lecimy, powiedziałem ja. Więc tak. Stwierdziłem, że trochę zmierzę ten setup i troszeczkę... Chciałem dać coś do tła, ale nie mam nic, co było ładne i nie rozpraszające. Dlatego dałem najbardziej rozpraszającą rzecz, jaką mogłem wpaść. Nie dziękujcie, wiem, że jestem geniuszem. Więc teraz będziecie mieli tańczącego... Jak on się nazywał? Pieska. Po prostu tańczącego pieska na mojej głowie. Deal with it, a nie odpowiadam za nic. Możecie mnie... Nie wsadzicie mnie do więzienia za to. To lecimy z trialem, bo to nam zostało. Znaczy to nam zostało. Jest jeszcze drugi chapter. Czekaj. Nie, pad, naprawdę gdzieś mi teraz psuł rozgrywkę. Pad jest dalej. Dobra. Czy jest coś w piecu? Nie ma nic w piecu, dobra. Coś czuję, że ten trial będzie dużo krótszy niż żeby sam chapter daily life. Mam takie poczucie, ale mogę się mylić i mam nadzieję, że to pozytywnie się będę mylił. Czekaj, ja mogę kliknąć? Co mam zrobić? Coś muszę sprawdzić. Czy on będzie martwy już teraz? Nie, dalej jesteś żywy. Znaczy nie jest pokazane jak... O, czekaj. Do you want to check the... Okej, nie, to kliknę chyba spację. Do you want to check the corpse? Yes! I really don't want to, but there is no way around it. Różowy nóż, to jest istotne. You don't really want to investigate. Megumi, i on ma całą dłoń zakrwawioną, to łatwo jest... Okej, o takim ogniem steruje, to jest ciekawe. Czy miał podarte spodnie? Miał podarte spodnie oryginalnie, dobra. Co za zaczynała czegoś tak po prostu. Na pewno nóż będę chciał kliknąć. Nóż. There's a small knife lying here. It's covered in blood. Does this mean it's the murder weapon? It's highly likely. It's one of the knives given to us by Monokuma, right? The handle is pink. Does that mean a girl did this? It's possible. Apparently must keep your mind open for possibilities. Why is this so complicated? Dopiero zaczęliśmy mordo i to jest najniższa poszlaka w tym momencie. Shut up. Nice given by Monokuma, okej. Blood. Jak kliknąć na, żeby zobaczyć ranę? Absolutnie nie mogę. Tu ma coś, jakąś kropkę na głowie, a nie wiem, czy to jest po prostu bug, czy tak miało być. Dobra. Tu ma kartkę. To jest istotne. Oh, there is something in his pocket. It's a piece of paper. A piece of shit. What does it say? Oh, I changed my mind. Let's meet in the laundry after nighttime to discuss the plan. Interesting. I wonder what plan did they mean? I kto napisał tą kartkę, bo raczej to nie jest jego kartka, skoro zasadzi to do kieszeni, to raczej to nie jest jego kartka, tylko po prostu dostał tą kartkę i wsadził sobie do kieszeni. I poszedł do laundry room i został zaatakowany najpewniej. I'm afraid I know. Did Yukito propose the plan to someone else? Someone changed their mind. What does this mean? Who could have written this? Well, most likely the killer. Yeah. He lured Yukito here with that note and then killed him. That's horrible. Note and pocket added to the throughput. Ten killer jest beznadziejny, bo był już dawno... Yukito's hand is covered in blood. Is anything else noteworthy about it? You remember our conversation 2 days ago? Ah, yes. He said he had an accident and he could barely move his hand. Właśnie, to jest prawa. To nie mógł tego napisać prawą. Czyli to jest fejkowa. But is this relevant to this case? Don't ignore any details, even the smallest ones. Okay. Zacpany. No, oczywiście, że to jest fake wiadomość, czyli ten Megumi. It's my name. Indeed it is. But I haven't done it. If not, you must ask yourself, why is your name written here? Why, well, Kira couldn't have written that. He had no reason to. The only reason I can think of is that the killer did it to confuse us and direct suspicion at me. That is possible. You should also ask yourself, would it even be possible for Yukito to write this? What do you mean? Think about it for a moment. Znaczy, jeżeli ustalimy... Znaczy, mam tutaj detektywa, jeżeli on może ustalić, że śmierć była natychmiastowa, to może być istotne, ale jeżeli nie może trafić go ustalić, no to chuj w dupę. Written in the blood, the truth bullet. I think that's all here. Oh, that was convenient. Bum, bum, bum. Coś będzie. Nie, ale są świat... Czego się ruszył? Oni łażą. Oni się po raz pierwszy ruszają. Damn, I'm depressed. Co zostało wyrzucone do śmieci? What is that? Seems like someone was trying to get rid of evidence. A coat covered in blood. This has to have something with the case, right? Very likely. But it doesn't really tell us anything about who brought it here. Oh well. Bloody coat added to... Znaczy, no ktoś pewnie był przygotowany, wziął tą kurtkę, tak żeby nie było śladów krwi i ją wywalił potem po tym. To ma sens. Oh. Naprawdę? Jaja se robicie. Że... Wiem, że mógł użyć noża z... Okej, czyli to jest specjalnie, ten nóż specjalnie został podłożony, żeby zmylić, czyli najpewniej mordercą jest właśnie mężczyzna, a nie kobieta. Wait, are those? Yes, the same kitchen knives that Monokuma gave us. There's a lot more of them than we were given. Seems like he got quite a few spare ones. But if they're just laying here, anyone could have grabbed one. Okay, czyli... I mean... Jest, jest ten problem, że jest 50-50. Jeśli chodzi o te noże. Co z tymi nożami? Those are the knives we used to prepare dinner. Wait. Oh no, one of the big knives is missing. Which means someone took it? Could this be the work of the killer? It's not impossible. Damn, these are supposed to help make delicious food, not kill people. A, jeszcze tutaj brakuje noża. Co za beznadziejny... O mój Boże, nienawidzę tej gry. Będzie jebanie się z tymi nożami, a już... Noże są takie... Jakby noże przy zabójstwie są overrated w chuj. Nie, czekaj, overrated? Tak, overrated w chuj. Są beznadziejne, noże są absolutnie beznadziejne do zabijania ludzi. Są na bardzo krótki dystans i jeszcze możesz sam siebie zabić przy okazji. Jak źle trafisz. Siebie zradzić, jeszcze zostawić ślady po sobie. Noże są bardzo bez sensu. Łatwiej jest udusić kogoś. Ale dobra, jeszcze chyba zacząć gadać z ludźmi, mi się kończą pomieszczenia do przeszukiwania. Hej ludzi. Mogę z tobą... Please give up, Megumi. Don't make it hard for everyone. I'll save you at the trial. Okej. To jest dziwnie dopowiedziane, ale dobra. Hey dude. I wonder how you are planning to get out of this predicament. To nie moja wina. Hey Rin. Hello. Do you have anything that might help us? I still suspect you. It's the most logical thing to do. No, it's fucking not. You stupid bitch. But I think I've seen something important. I know who might have been the last person to see Yukito before the murder. Oh, that sounds very important. Who was it? Apparently Haruo. Haruo? How did you know that? I saw them talking in the corner of the hallway. I think they didn't notice me because they just kept talking. Unfortunately, I didn't hear anything they said, but they looked pretty agitated. When was it exactly? Around 10 PM, just before nighttime. So just 30 minutes before the murder. Yes, that's why I said he might have been the last person who has seen him alive. Other than the killer, of course. Unless he was the killer. Well, that is also possible. Thinking that might prove to be very important. Okej, jeżeli nie zmyśla, to może być to istotne. Don't worry, I'm sure everything is going to turn out fine. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit about you. Okej, kim ty jesteś, co ty chcesz? How could this happen? Tak. Okej, tu też nikogo nie ma. Tu są ludzie, ale nie już najpierw nie iść tutaj. Nie, to już byłem, dobra, to czekaj tak. Ludzie, przesuńcie. Chłopaki! Co ty chcesz? Hey, you're not planning anything suspicious, right? Please calm down. Shut the fuck up. Oops, am I in danger now? Jezus, podejrzewałem jak głupi. Hey, Megumi. So, gosh, I'm sorry for looking at you like that, but, you know, I will prove my innocence at the trial. That would be very cool, really. Have you seen anything noteworthy yesterday? I don't think so. From what I've seen, Yukito has barely said anything yesterday. He mostly just stayed at the back. Maybe just a small thing. Yes? Right after breakfast, I saw him speaking with Takeshi in the corner. But when I came closer, they suddenly went silent. I don't know, it's probably not important. It's something, thank you. Okej, jedyna przydatna tutaj osoba, uwielbiam cię. Znaczy dobra, w sumie to nie było istotne jakoś chyba najbardziej, ale przynajmniej nie jest jakaś super bias. A przynajmniej czuję się źle, że jest bias. Czy tu coś jest? Nie, chuj nie. Znaczy tych pokoi nic nie będzie. Trochę takie placeholdery są tutaj bez sensu, ale dobra. Że to będzie prosty i łatwy trial, coś... nie mam... Znaczy... Wydaje się strasznie prosty. I don't know what to think about all this. Then shut up and do something. Wow, siedzisz w krzesłach. Hey Sayuri, have you seen anything important yesterday? I don't trust you, she said with a cold glare. Okay, but you do want to help the investigation, right? Well, I haven't seen much, just a small detail. Anything be important. Alright, yesterday evening I saw Ayaka coming out of the kitchen with a big knife. Knife? Yes, a kitchen knife. She was looking around. I think she didn't want to be seen, but I saw her. Don't you think it was suspicious? No, I wouldn't suspect Ayaka of anything bad. Right now I'm suspecting you. Aha! I know, thanks anyway. Okej, czyli ona zabrała ten duży nóż, ale tym... Ale nie wiemy dalej, czy ona została znana dużym nożem, czy małym nożem. This is horrible, Yukito. This is horrible, Yukito. I have nothing to tell you. Then why are you even here? Get out. You really didn't do it, Megumi. No, I did not. I did not. My asshole. What? Oh. We should probably check Yukito's bedroom. Maybe we will find something important there. Right. The bedrooms, huh? 2 days ago Yukito came to my bedroom. And he offered me... No, that's enough of this. I have to talk to Rio about that. Hey Rio. Yeah? There is something important I haven't told you yet. Oh. So... Whoa. I know, I still don't know what to think about this. This must be somehow connected to the case. Maybe he offered this plan to someone and they got so mad they killed him? Wonder how this is connected to that note we found. A person with a plan for murder gets murdered himself. haven't told anyone yet because I was sure they would just suspect me even more. Yeah, that is possible. Let's keep it between us for now. Yukito's visit. Yukito's murder plan. We don't know Yukito's murder plan though. Czekaj, Yukito będzie w którą stronę? Chyba tu? Tutaj! Nic tu nie ma. Z psakiem pierdakiem idziemy. Skrzynia. Sprawdzimy RPG-u. What is this? What is that? Looks like a piece of paper. No shit. Well, yeah, but what's on it? Oh. Some kind of list? A list. It says 1 Megumi 2. Oh! Okay, that's interesting. Naprawdę potrzeba do tego listę do tego zrobić, jest beznadziejnym człowiekiem. What the fuck? Wait, czekaj, muszę sprawdzić, czy stream działa w ogóle, bo to jest important. Stream, czy ty działasz? Stream działa. Dobrze. Dobrze. To bardzo dobrze. Wszystko zgodnie z planem. Megumi, Takeshi, Haruo. What? Why am I number 1? I'm sorry, but I don't think it's the coolest hairstyle or the best fashion sense list. I know. Ja wiem, co to jest za lista. To jest lista osób, które chciał spytać o ten. Czyli Haruo jest następny, czyli albo to Takeshi, albo Haruo, bo inne osoby nie wiedziały o tym w ogóle planie. Let's take this list and see if it becomes relevant at this point. List of names added through... To jest zbyt proste. It's too fucking easy. Czekaj, sprawdź, kto to jest ten. Monopad. Okej, bo... Haruo i Takeshi. Szczerze wyjebał youtubera na początku. Nie hakera. Haker jeszcze może jakokolwiek przydać. Takeshi... są obok siebie. Naprawdę. W moim pokoju nie ma żadnych clues, nie? Dobra, coś pominąłem w takim razie. Chyba, że zaraz tutaj coś... O! Jest! Załadowało się, dobra.
Okay, everyone, time is up. I'm bored of waiting. I hope you were true. I hope you were true with your investigation because your very lives depend on it. Now it's time for the trial. Please gather in the main hall in front of the elevator. I'll be waiting in the courtroom. Boop, 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 boop.
The elevator? I thought it wasn't working. Oh well, let's just go there. Aż tutaj. Hey Megumi, you're late. Everyone's here already. Jak jestem late? Przecież ja wstałem tam... O mój Boże, to jest głupie. Stałem literalnie jakieś 10 metrów od tego. Maybe she's afraid of what's going to happen. Hey, let's not decide the culprit just yet. The trial still hasn't started. Powiedział morderca. People still think I did it, but I know that I didn't kill Yukito. He knew it too, but he will never be able to speak again. But that means the killer is someone in this room. O nie, klasyczna, detektywistyczna gadka. Still I can't believe it, but soon I may have to accept it. Znaczy czekaj, z jednej strony to morderstwo jest tak głupie, że to może być ten Takeshi, czyli ten youtuber. Jedynie co było mądre w tym to, że wziął nóż z tego, ze storage. Tak naprawdę. Tak, jedyne co jest mądre to to, że został wzięty nóż z tego storage całego. I to jakby mógł pomyśleć Haru, po tego z użyciem mózgu, czego tamten na te nie wie, nie ma. Ale z drugiej strony zostawił kartkę w tyle kieszeni. Może się przez... jakby nie pasuje mi to. A z drugiej strony też w ogóle użycie noża samego jest po prostu bycie debilem. Dużo łatwiej można w mądrzejszy sposób, bardziej cywilizowany sposób zabić i nie sobie zostać zapalony. Wydaje mi się, że Haru, jako ta inteligentna osoba, nie zrobiłaby tego. Wydaje mi się, że jest Takeshi. And I hope it's fucking Takeshi. Takeshi czy jak on to miał? Ten rudowłosy chłop też, rudowłosy youtuber.
Okay, everyone's here. Now enter the elevator. It will take you to the courtroom. In the courtroom, the fate of all of you will be decided. I can't wait. Please come quickly. Boo.
Oh no, it's time. I'm scared. Let's do this, everyone. Are you ready, Megumi? I don't know. You have to be the one who will solve that case. Must prove you're innocent and uncover the truth. But why me? You're the protagonist. Don't worry, I'll help as much as I can. But you will be the one who will deal with the decisive blow. So it must be me, huh? Alright, I will do it. To jest głupie akurat, co tak zrobili. That's stupid. After all, no one here knows as much about murder mysteries as I do. I will do it for Yukito and for myself. I ran into the elevator, shaking with fear. Oh boy, this looks cute. The lift slowly descended, making a terrifying sound. Are we going to our deaths? No, I will not let it end that way. It's going lower and lower. Just how low are we? It felt as if we would never leave this elevator, but unfortunately we did. Oh boy!
Hey, you're finally healed.
You're finally here. Took you long enough.
So, how do you like it in my courtroom?
It's huge. Why would anyone build something like that so deep underground? I don't want to be here.
Tough luck. I told you the trial has mandatory attendance. Anyway, the courtroom is super realistic. It took a lot of cash to decorate it like that. So you better appreciate it.
I hate it here.
Now, please take care of the sign. It's set in its places. They should have your name written on them.
Pewnie siedzą na tych krzesłach. We did as he asked. Then we actually felt like we were in a real courtroom. Oh, okay, czyli jednak tak to wygląda, czyli jednak nie siedzą. Everyone looked at the others. You could feel the tension in the air. It was unbearable, and you could cut it with knife, with a spoon even. All of us were just about to put our lives on the line in this insane performance, and at least one of us would not make it out of here alive. And then it began, a game of life and death, a mystery of life and death, a trial of life and death. Do you want to review the truth bullets? No, I don't need them, but sure. I changed my mind. Let's meet in the laundry. To jest jakby za szybko. W sensie jak tamci rozmawiali o 10, to za szybko by było, żeby zmienił od razu zdanie. Wydaje mi się, że to jest Takeshi. Takeshi to jest, kurwa, no rozwiązane już na 100%. Teraz miałem tylko wjebać w to. Dobra. Let's go, zapisuję tylko już zapisałem właśnie. Boom. Jezu, czemu miałem zezy? Tuf. Trial start.
Let's begin with the basic explanation of a class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments about the murder and vote for the culprit. Your votes will decide the trial's outcome. If you correctly identify the culprit, only they will get punished. But if you make a wrong choice, everyone else will get punished, and the culprit will get to leave. Are you absolutely sure that one of us did it? Are you absolutely sure that one of us did this? Yep, there's no doubt about it. How sad, huh? Ja też chcę sprawdzić, czy nie zrobiła nam młotka na kiczem. Nie, wszystko jest w porządku. I czemu ja się to tak dziwnie? O Jezu, słyszałem, czemu się to tak dziwnie. O Jezu, muszę resetować. Trzeba było tak nie siedzieć, jak debil. Teraz chyba wszystko przeniosę na prawą nie chcę mi się tak przenosić. Okej, w takim razie muszę się obstrać. Tak, tak i resetuj pozycję. Nie, czekaj. Resetuj pozycję. O, dobra. Teraz muszę jakoś tak. Ale jak jest niewygodnie. Dobra. Muszę siedzieć niewygodnie niestety. Moja wygoda nie jest istotna w tym momencie. W tym momencie istotny jest trial. How sad, huh? Can whoever did this just confess? Please do it if you have at least a shred of dignity. Uwielbiam cię. Don't be stupid, this will never happen. Powiedział ten, który jest najbardziej sus, jeśli chodzi o... Znaczy, dobra, nie najbardziej, ale jednym z sus. Now, enough of these introductions. Let's just get going. Start with some basic summary of what happened. So in short, one of us murdered Yukito. Yeah, last night in the laundry. Maybe you should discuss the murder weapon? I think we have some ideas about it. Why not? It's a good of a topic as any other. Okay, let's go! Powiedział ten, który jest mordercą. This is it. I have to do it. I need to listen to everything that the others say and look for important points. If I miss anything, all of our lives may be in danger. Tutorial time. Hey, you are just about to take part in your very first non-stop debate. Non-stop debate is the most basic part of the trial. Basically, other people will state their arguments while you have to look for their weak points. Every statement has a weak point. Oh. However, each set of statements has only one lie or mistake that you have to identify. If you think that something is wrong with a statement, just choose to dispute that claim. Then you will have to pick which of your true bullets contradicts the claim. And just like that, your rebuttal is complete. You can go through the statement an infinite number of times, there is no penalty. Also, nothing bad will happen if you dispute the wrong statement or if you choose the wrong... Znaczy, trochę są ograniczenia z programu, znaczy, z takiej prawdziwej dangadzy tego nie będzie zrobione, ale dobra. You'll just feel a little bit worse about it. To jest piękny statement, uwielbiam to. Badum, badum. I will come back later for more tutorials. Good luck. Make your argument. Well, need to identify the murder weapon. Yeah, we need. Continue. Wasn't he just stabbed in the back? Continue. Yeah, but we have no idea what they used. Continue. Wasn't there anything left at the scene of the crime? Object. Knife next to the body. Counter! Actually, we have a pretty good guess on what the killer used. Remember that knife we found next to the body?
It was covered in blood. Yukito's most likely. Aha! So what was the murder weapon? So that was the murder weapon. This is one of the knives that Monokuma gave us, right? So somebody actually used it, huh? That seems highly likely. Wait a moment, what about the other knife? What other knife? I think you have to be more specific. You know, the missing knife from the kitchen, the big one. True, there was one knife missing from the kitchen. Oh, I have not heard of that. Ah yes, the one that Ayaka took. Ayaka? What? Ayaka, did you kill him? No, of course not. Nene, please calm down and stay rational. Okay, but why did she take the knife? I was scared. Scared? Hey, don't bully her. I am not. What were you scared of, Ayaka? That someone would kill me. I wanted to protect myself. I can understand that. Maybe you could just have taken a knife too. I doubt that would have helped me much. Okay, but how do we know it was just for that? It was not impossible for Ayaka to take this knife to kill Yukito. Was that really impossible? So it was Ayaka that took the big knife from the kitchen, right? Continue. Child with her on the night of the Yukito was killed. Continue. It's a very sharp knife, you have to be careful not to cut yourself with it. Continue. So someone could easily use it as a murder weapon. Continue. And since Yukito was stabbed, it could have been done with this knife. Object! Czekaj, czy Monokuma File coś mówi o tym? Monokuma File? Chyba? No, that's not it. Huh? The kitchen knife, being the weapon, would clearly contradict the Monokuma File. How so? That's simple. The kitchen knife has a very large blade, but the file clearly specifies several small stab. Okej, czyli jednak było coś, że są małe ślady. Dobra, mamy to. It's nie Ayaka. The kitchen knife is too big for those holes. I mean, szczerze, to jest absolutnie zła logika. Rodził, że ktoś po prostu mógł płytko wsadać nóż i dźgać po prostu by jest na przykład słabsza osoba i po prostu dźgać lżej. Takie same dziury by powstały. Może to byłby większy nóż. Absolutnie zła logika. I'm sorry. Which means it couldn't have been the murder weapon. So Ayaka is innocent. Man, I'm so relieved. Not necessarily. All I'm saying is that she couldn't have used that knife. Very well then, so I understand that we have settled on the small pink knife as a murder weapon, right? It's very possible. So what information does that give us? The killer must have used the knife they were given by Monokuma, and that means it certainly was a girl. Hey, why a girl? Are you that forgetful? The knife had gender-coded colored handles. Pink ones were for the girls. I hate this unnecessary gender coding, but it does help to find this again. O, wait, tego nie skopywałem? Bo tego nie skopywałem. Chyba to chujnia. Co sobie pisze gdzie indziej. Tu sobie to wkleję. So we can assume that the killer was a girl for now. Megumi, think fast. What, me? Huh? Does the knife prove that the killer was a girl? No, it does not. These knives were given to us by Monokuma. Continue. The blue ones were given to the boys and the pink ones to the girls. We found one such knife in the laundry and it had a pink handle. Continue. So that means it had to be brought there by a girl. Continue. Switch them, unless maybe the killer switched their knife with someone else. I have to think about. Okay. Object, bitch. Spare knives. No, we don't know if it was a girl. That's because there were more knives like that, other than the ones given by Monokuma. More knives? Yes, we discovered a whole stash of knives in the tool shack. They looked exactly the same as the ones given by Monokuma. Tool shack. And they had the same colored handles, blue and pink. Okay, but how do we know that the culprit even knew about those? Maybe they just used their own knife anyway. No, they didn't. And how do you know that? It's simple. If one person left their personal knife at the crime scene, it would be the most obvious case ever. So naturally, I checked everyone's knives, and everyone still had their knives with them. Huh? Skąd ty to możesz wiedzieć? Oh. It makes sense. If the killer left their own knife, they might as well have left their calling card. I was pretty sure this case could not be that simple, but I had to check anyway. So now we know that the murder weapon was taken from the tool shack. Okay, but does that mean we're back at square one again? We don't learn anything about the culprit. We don't know here at all? Hey, it's me again, with another tutorial. This one will be simple. You already know how to participate in non-stop debate, right? Usually you have to dispute a claim, but sometimes you will have to agree with the claim instead. Just select and blah blah blah, dobra. That's that simple, good luck. Looks like w jeden Danze. Still didn't learn anything about the culprit. Continue. Maybe it was a girl after all. She took a pink knife from the shack. Continue. Or maybe it's the opposite, the fact that the pink suggests a boy. Continue. How does anything suggest anything? We're lost. What if the knife wasn't actually the murderer? The weapon just decoy. Okej, nie, dobra. Myślę, że on the contrary. Agree? Oh shit, czekaj. Bloody coat. Names given birth. Content! Yes, I believe Marine may be right. What exactly do you mean? The fact that the knife was pink may at least slightly suggest that the killer was a boy. Why? That sounds like backwards logic. Aren't you saying that this just to convince us it's not you? No, let me explain what I think Ren meant. See, the knife was left at the scene for some reason, and I think the reason was to implicate someone, or at least a group of people. If the killer could have chosen any knife from the shack, it's only natural they choose the opposite color of their own. After all, if we believed that, the killer would be out of the suspect list. That's more or less what I thought. The killer wanted to confuse us by using the color opposite of their own. Okay, but what evidence do we have that this theory is correct? Exactly, you must just be talking nonsense. We have no evidence, I just believe that there is a higher probability that the culprit is a boy. Okay, that's enough of that. This contradicts our main theory. Right, why are we still talking about the weapons and not about the main piece of evidence? The main piece of evidence? You know what I'm talking about. The name written in blood. Right, the victim with his dying breath, writing the name of his killer on the floor. That sounds horrifying. Megumi, did you kill him? Hey, we don't know that for sure. I told you it wasn't me. Of course she would deny it. Everyone, please calm down. We just want to know the truth. Megumi, can you stop this, or should I help? Everyone, it's blatantly obvious that this killer's name is a fake. A fake? What? How do you know this? If you have any evidence, tell us. If you knew something about Yukito, one look at his body would tell you all you need to know. Megumi, can you please show them? Me? It's me again. Time for the tutorial. Now you will be shown a photo of an important scene. You'll be able to highlight any part of the photo that you want. Your job is to find the part of the photo that holds the answer to the question at hand. That as usual. Okay, to akurat jest wzięte z Ace Attorney, mi się to podoba. You will have to pick a truth bullet. Good luck with your photo adventure. Zostawiam po prostu ciało, oczywiście. Got it! His hand? What does that mean? You see, from the photo you can clearly tell that the name was written in blood with Yukito's right hand. But what means it couldn't have been Yukito who wrote it? Why? Start making sense. Ryo and I spoke to Yukito once, when we were investigating the rooms. Ryo will confirm that if necessary. Sure. Anyway, Yukito told us that he injured his right hand. He could barely move it at all. Oh. So how would he, as he was dying, suddenly use his very hand to write my name in the blood? And with such nice letters, no less. You're right, he wouldn't be able to do that. I guess if he wanted to write a name so much, he would use his left hand. What if he couldn't move that hand? It's very doubtful. The only wounds he had were on his back. There is no reason to think his left hand was unavailable. So how was the name written? Well, by the killer, obviously, right? This is the only possible scenario. The killer took that Yukito's hand, used his blood and wrote Megumi's name on the floor. It fit perfectly with the pink knife and also left at the scene of the crime. And he also left at the scene of the crime. Perfect setup to make Megumi the obvious suspect for everyone. You see, the killer not only wanted to kill Yukito, he also wanted to make sure we wouldn't identify him. Czy ty właśnie pochwaliłeś samego siebie? Jest taka opcja. Use the game's rules and exit the mission safely. Smart. No, that's not smart. I would say there's a common knowledge of the day, because that's just, yeah. That's how the game works. So, yeah. Poo pee pee poo poo. Haha pee pee poo poo. That's so stupid. Wow, that's some next level evil. Nie, to akurat jest just how we play the game. So in short, we now know that Megumi is innocent, right? It certainly seems that way. Damn, I was so sure that was you. I'm sorry, Megumi. I understand, it's not your fault, it's the killer's. Right, let's get him together, okay? Sure. Anyway, that means it was a dead end. We still haven't learned anything. Don't worry, I'm sure we're getting closer to the criminal's identity. How do you want to do this, if you may ask? Let's bring out the big guns. For starters, we know for sure that someone here was planning a murder. Wait, what? You know about someone's plans? Megumi, help me out with that one, will you? Pick someone. Who came up with the murder plan? Czego, nie wyglądam jak ci... Co? Mają inne sprite'y tutaj, co jest? Podobno tak... Który jest Yukito? To? Chyba to. Got it! What? Yukito? How do you know that? I know it because... Question, how do you know that Yukito was planning something? So like, Chidori's account now didn't forget Yukito's murder plan. What? But he was the victim. That's why this is so ironic. He was the one planning a murder, but he ended up getting killed. Yeah, it's fucking ironic. Just like he should fucking die. Ale zaczekaj, szybko przekręcę na tą stronę, nie? I'm sorry guys, I'm a terrible YouTuber. I really fucking... Dobra. I tak trwa prawie godzinę ten trial, a to zwykle nie trwają to długo. Dobra, nieważne. He ended up getting killed. So you're saying Yukito wanted to kill one of us? Not exactly, Megumi. Basically, Yukito came up with a plan, but he wanted someone else to use it. For reasons. It was weird. How do you know that much about it? Well, I was the one he offered it to. He wanted me to use his plan and kill someone. And you refused? Well, of course I refused. What else could I do? So, can you tell us something about the plan? Who did Yukito want you to kill and how? Yeah, maybe it's something connected to how he died. Well, I refused to hear his plan, so I don't know any details. Oh man. You could have listened to him, then turned him down. I didn't want anything to do with it. Why would I listen to a murder plan? No matter. We won't change that anymore. So, what do we do now? Let's just continue the discussion. Make your argument. So, what are we supposed to do now? Continue. Megumi doesn't have any important points about Yukito's plan. Continue. Maybe he didn't do anything with that plan after all. That's not true. Continue. It's not like we know anything about him offering to someone else. What if he got pissed off and just killed himself? Dies! Dźgnął się w plecy sam. If you have many wounds in the back? I don't think so. Important points. Someone. Object! Nie, czekaj. Object nieco będzie zgłoś... Nie, czekaj, w drugą stronę. Project. Jak to no... Twoja stara. Project. Jak to... O, teraz działa, dobra. Jaki to... Visit? A nie list? Okej. Sayuri's account? O Jezu, czekaj, Rin chyba. Czyli Sayuri pierwsza, chyba Rin. Nie Sayuri pierwsza. No jednak Rin, dobra. Counter. According to Rin, she saw Yukito talking to Haruo yesterday, just before nighttime. They were apparently pretty agitated. That's right. Yukito came to him just before nighttime, the same way he came to me the night before. There is a very high chance he came to him with the very same proposition. Oh damn. So Haruo, it's a question for you. What did you two talk about? Huh? Very well. I will tell you everything. I remained silent so far because I felt like it wouldn't help us find the killer, and more importantly it would cast suspicion on me, which I didn't want. And of course, it's true, Yukito came to me with an offer. He told me he had a murder plan and he wanted me to carry it out. I asked him why. It had to be me, and he said he felt it was the right person for that. I let him talk for a while and he explained his plan in detail. So he told you the plan? Yes. It was interesting, but I wasn't planning to commit murder. I told him that I had to think some more about it. Then he left. But obviously we didn't continue this topic because the next morning he was already dead. Damn. So if I may ask, can you tell us the details of his plan? Right, maybe it had something to do with this murder. Oh, of course it had. This is when it gets interesting. What do you mean? I mean, Yukito was killed by someone using his own murder plan. What? The same murder plan? How? The very same. To make it more clear, I'll just tell you Yukito's exact plan. The killer lures their victim to an empty room, preferably at night. The killer takes a knife. To już idealny plan. Mniam. Idealny plan od strony Yukito z użyciem noża. Fuck you, jesteś beznadziejnym przyjacielem Yukito. Nawet dobrego planu nie potrafisz wymyśleć. Wkurzyłem się, sorry, ale... Yes, dobra. Takes a knife, the opposite of color of their own given to them by Monokuma from the tool shack. They attack the victim with several quick stabs. They leave the knife on the floor, then use the victim's blood to write a name. The name has to be someone of the opposite gender to the killer to fit with the knife. Ej! A ja z tym youtuberem gadałem i go lubiłem w sumie. Znaczy nie, bo gadałem, bo myślałem, że powie coś śmiesznego. Ale nie lubiłem go jakoś specjalnie. Ale co teraz umrze w takim razie? No, skoro ten się przyznaje do tego, że zna ten plan, no to raczej wiadomo, że to nie jest on. Bo głupie. Finally, they participate in the discussion with everyone else, but try to clumsily defend the one they set up to be the false culprit. They participate in the discussion with everyone else, but try to clumsily defend the one they set up to... Oh! Takeshi jeszcze to jest nawet on jest tak głupi, że oczywiście, że on no mój Boże. Oczywiście, że plan 1 do 1 zrobi. Jest dzbanem największym. Because of that, they wouldn't be suspected even if people found out that person had been set up. And that is all. But this is almost exactly what happened. Right, except that the victim is the one who came up with the plan. Now, that is very interesting. But why would that person kill Yukito of all people? Logically thinking, it could be because they wanted to get rid of one person who knew their identity. If they killed someone else, Yukito could have blackmailed them and threatened to reveal that they did it. The killer must have been scared of Yukito, it would seem, she thought, puzzled. Yukito approached me and Haruo. Now where else did I see the two of us together? With all that information, I think I can deduce what happened. You have reached the halfway point of the... Połowa dopiero! Jak jestem przekonany, ja już wiem, kto jest zabójcą od początku. Ja już absolutnie wiem, kto jest zabójcą. It's me again, you know what that means? A tutorial. You're about to play the minigame called Logic Drive. The Logic Drive. Drive metaphorical car throughout the roots of your mind. Just drive forward until you see a question appear. Then pick the road corresponding to the correct answer and go on. If it is the correct road, you will be able to continue forward. Otherwise, you will have to repeat the question. Just get through several questions and you're done. Good luck. What list was prepared by Yukito? Potential victims, potential killers. Potential killers, right. Who did Yukito approach first? Megumi, Haru, someone else. Megumi. To był chyba ten, tak? Correct. Who could kill Yukito? Someone who knew the plan, someone who didn't know the plan. No raczej jak też... Correct. Technicznie można było ten, ale to było aż głupie, jakby zrobił idealnie plan, którego nie zna. So that is what happened. He could have prepared a list of people that could become murderers. I don't know what he based it on, but it's not important now. Did he feel your hidden murderous instinct or something? The first person he visited was me. The last one was Haruo. And the one of the people he spoke to was the one that killed him. they did it using Kikito's own plan. And we know that Megumi couldn't have been the killer because she didn't learn the details of the plan. At least it's not Megumi. This is not convenient. So what? This just leaves me? Did Haruo did it? Certainly Haruo was one of the suspects, but we don't know how many people Yukito visited apart from us. However, there is one more thing. There is one detail in Yukito's plan that only applies to a single person. What detail? Remember what the culprit was supposed to do to divert suspicion from themselves? Write the name in blood and leave the knife at the crime scene, right? Yes, that too, but we don't know who did it. Who did this? There was one point that only applied to their actions at the trial, though. What do you mean? Oh, I think I know. You refer to the point when they're supposed to defend the person they wanted to cast blame on. Exactly. At the lowest point, almost everyone here was either blaming me openly or at least distrusting me. I'm not counting Rio, of course, who was the only one who knew about Yukito's hand. Therefore, he had a reason to not suspect me. However, there was one more person who didn't know this, but still tried to defend me. Clumsily, but still. And it wasn't just any random person. What do you mean? Naprawdę taką drogą idziemy? Naokoło bardzo idziemy w ten, ale rozumiem, że ktoś, że po prostu chcieli przedłużyć ten trial, a ja już zgadłem na samym początku, kto to jest. Znaczy na samym początku. Po paru dowodach. Kto to jest? Yeah. Who defended Megumi at the trial? This bitch. Got it! Takeshi, it was you! What? What do you mean it was me? You were the only other person who defended me. Znaczy to jest takie bardziej testowanie. Hej, kto słuchał na trialu? Ja słuchałem na trialu, ale już widziałem i tak kto to był. Jakby kto jest zabójcą już. Lista 3 osób. Wiem dobrze, że mogli zrobić ją dłuższą. Żeby było przynajmniej też trochę wyzwania, ale 3 osoby naprawdę i z czego jedna osoba jest protagonistką, no to... I wonder. Who could that be? You're the only other person who defended me. So, I did it because I wanted to be nice. And now in exchange for that you want to cast the blame on me? I'm sorry, Takeshi, but this is how it looks. That's some crap. Okay, let's discuss it. Make your argument. This is bullshit! Continue. Did Takeshi do it? Continue. It is true that he did defend Megumi during the trial. Continue. Yeah, but that just may be a coincidence. You're just picking me at random. There is nothing that connects me to this. Object! List of names. Counter, bitch. What? Remember that list? We found it in Nikita's drawer in his bedroom. I can confirm that. What does it say? It lists only 3 names. Megumi, Takeshi, Haruo. And what do those names mean? Well, I think this is fairly obvious. Right, based on what we know about Yukito's actions, I can assume that this is the list that we've been talking about. List of potential murderers that he wanted to speak to. Oh, I see. I am the first one on the list, and I was the one who was contacted first. Before his death, he spoke to Haruo, who was listed third. And between the two of us, there is Takeshi. It's getting interesting now. Which would mean that at some point between talking to me and talking to Haruo, Yukito did in fact contact Takeshi. He could have told him his plan, which means Takeshi will be able to use it against him. All the way up to defending me on the trial. Ah, come on, this is pure conjecture. We don't know if he stuck. We don't know if he stuck to this list. We don't even know for sure it was made for this purpose. We don't even have any proof that we spoke about anything at all. Actually, question. How do you know Yukito spoke to Takeshi? Chidori chyba było, nie? Chidori's account. You mean me? Yes, you were the one who told me this. After breakfast, you saw Yukito and Takeshi talking, but when you came closer, they stopped. Sounds almost as if they were discussing a murder plan. Unless you want to tell us what it was about something else, Takeshi. Fine. Fine, I'll talk. He came to me after we ate and took me to a quiet place. Then he started talking about his plan. It was pretty crazy. I didn't say anything about that because I thought he would say I did it. Well, it seems like we'd have a reason for that. And of course I refused. After he told me the plan, I said it was stupid and left. You're stupid, actually. Well, that was really what you did? Yes, of course. I said no, just like Megumi. Besides, if I agreed, he wouldn't have offered it to a Haru later, right? Ah, that is true. He would just end his mission at Takeshi. Well, I don't think Takeshi is lying right now. Don't you think so, Megumi? Yes, it is highly likely Takeshi refused Yukito, but that just makes it even more suspicious. What? What the hell are you asking? What the hell are you saying? Make your argument. It could have been Megumi. If you say it's not me, why not her? Continue. But Megumi would have to learn the details of Yukito's plan. Yep. Then Haruo, he did hear them and didn't even refuse outright. Continue. Now you are just trying to pin it on anyone. Continue. Because it wasn't me, why don't you understand? Continue. Wow, Takeshi, I thought you were cooler than that. Agree. Even refuse outright. No, how was he here? Correct. Remember the note that we found in Nikita's pocket? Ah, that note. What does it have to do with that? It's pretty obvious that it was written by the killer, right? To lure Nikita to the laundry. Yes, indeed. The thing is, it's very unlikely that Haruo wrote this. First of all, Nikita must have found it just after talking to Haruo. Haruo would have to leave it before their talk, then would quickly meet with Yukito. But more importantly, as Takeshi said, Haruo did not outright refuse Yukito. Right, he just asked him for more time to think. But yes, but the note said clearly, I changed my mind. It implies that the author first refused Yukito, and only then changed their mind. And then they wanted to meet him to discuss the plan again. So out of the people Yukito spoke to, there was only one who heard the details of the plan and then refused to carry it out. And that was Takeshi. Oh come on, it's stupid. You're just speaking whatever comes to your mind. I did this? Ridiculous. What do you want to fucking... What, you want to fucking go? Hello, it's another tutorial. This time we'll be talking about duels. I hope it doesn't sound scary. A duel happens when another person directly attacks you while you're on trial. The winner will remain composed under pressure. Between your lines, you will be bombarded with questions regarding the case. You must give a correct answer to every single question in the group to proceed. If at least one answer is wrong, you will have to redo the whole group. Hope you remember all the details about the case. Good luck. Oh Jesus. Duel. This is totally ridiculous. I didn't do anything. You have zero... Zmieniały się te na koszulce. Na tego. na innego ludka, kurwa, na inny troll face, rage comics face, yes. Can I just get one waffle? You have zero reasons to connect me with anything about this crime. You could have approached Takeshi second. He told him his plan in the hallway, in the bedroom in the hallway. Takeshi originally refused. He then went on to talk to Haruo. Takeshi later contacted him with a note. Your name was on the paper we found in Yukito's room. We also know for a fact that Yukito contacted you, and and at first you refused. You would fit the contents of the note Yukito had. I barely knew anything about his plan. How was I supposed to carry it out? Never did anything that was listed in the plan. The killer lured Yukito to the laundry. The killer attacked him with a pink knife. Pink sauce. And they used blood to write Megumi's name. They wrote the name with Yukito's right hand. Yukito died because of asphyxiation, blood loss. It's very likely that you carried out the plan. After all, you defended me at the trial despite the initial clues against me. I just wanted to be nice. Is it bad now? There is no evidence that I killed Yukito. It could have been anyone. Yukito was killed using the culprit's plan, his own plan. In his room, Megumi found a list of people, the merge plan. Originally, most people accused Megumi. The culprit was supposed to defend Megumi. The culprit went with his plan, changed the plan. You're the only person who fits all the criteria you narrowed down. You listened to Yukito's plan, you refused him, you were on his list, you defended him. Everything fits Takeshi. Pasuje aż za bardzo i to było aż za proste, szczerze mówiąc. Nie wiem, z tego co widziałem, to Polacy może nawet oglądają to, znaczy w sensie Polacy tworzą tą grę, może nawet oglądają ten filmik. Teraz ten trial jest za prosty, naprawdę. Ja jako osoba, która nie jest native English speaker, jak możecie się domyślić, ten trial jest... I mean, dalej jest miły do grania i przyjemny, postacie są spoko, ale ten trial jest za łatwy. Jest prostszy nawet niż ten Danze pierwszy. Takeshi, all the clues lead to one conclusion. If you have anything to defend yourself, please say it now. Of course I have something to defend myself. Listen well. Make your argument. You have nothing, I mean nothing! Continue. Apart from defending you, I haven't done anything. Continue. I have not written any note to Yukito. Continue. I have not thrown any bloody coat. Away any bloody coat. Continue. And I certainly have not written your name on blood. Continue. So just leave me alone, will you? Continue. Bloody coat. Bloody coat. Coś ty właśnie powiedział, mordo. Thank you, Takeshi. I think that's the end. What do you mean? You just said something very interesting. I said what? I said what? You said you never threw away any bloody coat. Yeah, and... Wait, what bloody coat? This is the first time I've heard of it. What a cliché mistake. Takeshi, the coat was never brought up during today's trial. Oh, what? For some reason, every time we discussed the details of the crime, we didn't mention this one. Maybe people thought it was insignificant. No matter. Can you tell us what code you are talking about? Of course, the killer used the code to shield themselves from the blood. After the murder, they threw it in the trash. Rio and I found it during our investigation. It was covered in blood. Since it was never mentioned during the trial, the only people who knew about it should be Rio and I. Not counting the killer, of course. What if I also found it during the investigation? I was just lying there. Anyone could have. It was just lying there. Anyone could have seen it. Takeshi, you didn't do any investigation. You were just walking in circles waiting for them to finish. Oh, shut up! What do you know? I haven't done anything. Absolutely nothing. Leave me the hell alone. Takeshi, please. Let it go. We've reached the end and everything has become clear. Megumi, would you like to summarize the case for us? Just clean up this mess and I list all the important details to everyone. Right, I can do this. Hi again, it's time for the last tutorial of the trial. Every trial has to end and the last part of each one of them is summary. During the summary, the entire case will be, well, summarized. We will go through everything that happened in the comic form. At some point you will be asked to fill in some details. Just pick the correct answer and move on. You made it so far, this will be a breeze. This is it! This whole case started when Yukito came up with the murder plan. He wrote a list of people he wanted to offer his plan to. First, he decided to visit me. He told me about the plan, but I refused before he could give me any details. After that, he came to the culprit who listened but refused. They listened to the plan and its details but refused to participate. The third person that Yukito visited was Haruo. She also listened to the details, then asked for more time. At the time, the culprit wrote a note to Yukito and left it in his room. After coming back to his room, he found the note, asking him to meet it in the laundry. The culprit then went to the tool shack, where they took a knife with a pink handle and an old coat that they put on. Yukito arrived at the place mentioned in the note, the laundry. The culprit attacked him by surprise and stabbed him several times in the back with a knife. After the murder, the killer left the knife next to the body. They also took Yukito's hand covered in blood and wrote my name on the floor. After that, they took off the bloody coat and threw it in the trash. Finally, during the trial... To jest... O mój Boże, naprawdę... Finally, during the trial, the culprit continued with the plan and defended me, pretending to be on my side. They were sure that no one would ever think that they were actually setting me up. And the person who did all that was you, Takeshi Kizuna. And that is all, the whole case. It seems like Takeshi has no more objections. Takeshi, why? Alright then, if I may interrupt. It seems like you've reached your answer. That means it's voting time. Please vote using the panels on the desk and choose who you think is the killer. Oh, and by the way, make sure you do vote for someone, otherwise you will be punished as well. So there really is no way around it. Okay, let's do it. Let's see the verdict. Will it be the right, or will it be the horribly wrong one? Will it be right, or will it all go horribly wrong? I can't wait. Co pokażę? O, okej. Może być tak.
That is absolutely correct. The culprit who killed Yukito Ishida was none other than your very own YouTube star Takeshi Kizuna.
Why? I don't want... So you really did murder him. There's no doubt now. Takeshi, how could you? Takeshi, I think you owe us an explanation. An explanation? What will that change though? It's over. He came to me with this plan. He came to me with that plan. It was crazy. At first I got scared and said no, but later I thought that maybe that was my chance. We won't get out of here. They won't let us out now, you know. That's because we are part of some sick entertainment for them. Everything is because of that bear. Poo poo, me. I thought that maybe I could get out of here somehow. And the money? Sure, it was a nice bonus. I could use that to fund my next projects. But most importantly, I wanted out. My fans are waiting for me, you know. They're waiting for me. The algorithm is going to burn my channel if I don't upload anything for so long. I'll be finished and forgotten. And that's why you killed Yukito? For an algorithm? So, most of you would have done the same in my situation. I really don't think so. Believe that if you wish. Takeshi, you bastard. You've reached the truth, but did it make us feel any better about this? It felt like it was even worse, because now we knew for a fact that one of us became a murderer, and that hurt me even more. Was the fact that it was Yukito who started it all. He came up with a murder plan. He wanted one of us to die. He started the events that resulted in his own death. Could I really trust anyone anymore after that? But no, I am not angry at him. The true villain here isn't Yukito. It's not even Takeshi. It's Monokuma and the people behind him. They are the ones that truly killed him.
Now, isn't this interesting? Being so desperate to leave that you actually kill one of your friends. People truly are fascinating. I love to watch you all. And Nikito's plan? How evil it was. Planning to have one of your friends kill another. He looked so nice and friendly, but in truth he was a malicious schemer.
Malicious schemer.
You guys must be full of despair right now, right?
So many emotions, such intense experiences. All this leads to even more delicious despair. Oh, shut up! You know it's your fault. Right, you were the one who caused all this to happen. What Yukito thought, what Takeshi did, it was all because of you. I was so angry I wanted to actually attack Monokuma. Stop! Don't be stupid. Be a smarty. Nie kończę tego słowa. Ryo helped me come back to my senses. Right. Damn it.
Yeah, better listen to your friends. You don't want to end up on the victims list, you know. Anyway, you guys did great. I'm so proud of you. You've reached the correct conclusion and captured the evil killer. So it's time for our culprit to receive his punishment.
What? I don't want... Let's just wait a moment, okay? I had no choice, you know? You did murder him. There's no way around it. You could have stopped that plan at any given moment. But you did it. But I... Please, stop. We all know what happened. But we also know that the real culprit is Monokuma. Oh, boo. Without you, Yukito and Takeshi would be able to live in peace. Everyone, we must stand up to him, and to whoever is controlling him. Bladdup is controlling me, he's underneath the table. We don't have time to fight among ourselves.
Oh, how interesting. Good luck with that. Regardless of that though, we still need to get on with the punishment. We can't wait any longer.
No.
Oh, shut up. You brought it, you brought it on yourself.
Please, stop.
I have prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate YouTuber, Takeshi Kizuna.
Wait!
It's punishment time!
Jestem ciekawy jak zrobił to. Unakuma presents Takeshi Kizuna in aggressive monetization. Oh Jesus. We saw Takeshi tied to a pole. He couldn't move at all. He looked terrified. Then a single coin came flying at him at bullet speed. It grazed his cheek, causing it to bleed. Oh Jesus! Suddenly a ton of other coins started flying at him from the same direction. Countless coins, all coming at him. Come. Oj, zmieniało się faktycznie na tej bluzce ta cool idea, ale szkoda, że zrobili go tak szybko. I zmieniał się podczas paintów, tylko zmienia się podczas scenek. They were hitting Takeshi in the face and everyone else. His entire body got covered in cuts and bruises. Then a giant golden play button appeared above. It kept hovering above his head for a moment before crashing down at him, crushing him. The only part of his body still visible was a bloodied hand. Wow! That was... What happened before our eyes was absolute despair. No.
Phew, that was intense. I loved it. How about you?
How could you? What? Is this really happening? I don't believe this. That was an experience. Yeah, it sure was. Huh? I don't want that. What?
What? You didn't enjoy it? Ah, poor you. Well, if you don't want to see something like that anymore, just accept your life here and stay in this place forever. I told you, that's always an option. All of this happened because of you guys wasn't out so bad. Boo 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 boo.
You bastard. What did you actually want from us?
That's simple. Pure delicious despair. The same kind you're overflowing with now.
Czekaj, to są 3 osoby na ten, to są 3. Okej, czyli...
Pure delicious, yeah. You guys are the best entertainment ever.
You will pay for this, bear.
I told you, it's your own fault. You don't kill each other if you don't want to. Just don't kill each other if you don't want to. That is, if you can do it. Now then, I'll be going. Bye.
Czekaj, coś mi nie pasuje. O nie, czekaj, tu są 3 i tu są też... Okej, czy tam z góry muszę ktoś... Dobra. He disappeared. That's quite a show he did here. There must be a reason. What are you suggesting? Isn't it obvious? I'm sure people are watching us and they're enjoying it. Enjoying all of this? So you think we are really in some mafia game and the rich criminals are betting on who dies? That is highly likely. Or maybe some super rich bastard got born on regular TV shows and keeps us as his entertainment. Also possible. Either way, some very powerful people want to keep us here. No wonder help still hasn't come. Damn, we're screwed. No matter what we do, nothing can help us. I wanted to tell her to keep hope, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't when I left, but we still stayed here for a while. We were unable to accept what's just happened. And what was still ahead of us. No one could say anything to change the mood, but no one wanted to be the first to leave either. Hey, Megumi, you did it. You found the truth and proved your innocence. I guess, but you don't feel good about this, do you? How could I? That's good. You can't feel okay about it. Remember that feeling? Use it to fuel your determination. You will need it going forward. My determination, huh? Good luck. That's right, I need to stay strong. I will never forget Yukito and Takeshi. What they did and what happened to them. I must learn from this, so it won't happen again. Or at least that was what I hoped for. I was hoping for the survival, struggle of survival, for survival at the end. Chapter 1. O, będą tak zamazani. Pociam! Eksplozje. To be continued. Nie może mi gry wyłączyć. Nie. Proszę nie wyłącza mi gry, bo zaraz zwariuję. Bo wrócić do menu głównego, nie? Oh, this is the waiting room. You can save your game here and wait until the next chapter comes out. When it's released, just copy your save file to its folder and you will be able to continue from where you left off. Oh, ale cool room, ale spoko. Koncept, dobra. A w każdym razie tak, jest chapter drugi. Sprawdzę nawet, czy może nie ma nawet trzeciego, bo może nawet być już trzeci. Jest taka opcja. Ale do drugiego będę przychodził kiedyś. Niedługo. Just... Też jest kilka innych Danganronp, ale to po tej się zrobi. Bo ta jest jeszcze spoko. Jest, chapter 2 jest tylko na razie. Czy tylko? Tak jest sporo. Czekaj, kiedy to sobie wyszło? W maju, no to... Może jeszcze wyjdzie niedługo nowy chapter? Zobaczy się. Czy to jest dosyć... Czy to jest poprawna Danganronpa, ale nie jest jakaś... super... jakoś... nie wnosi jakichś super... duper... nowych konceptów i rzeczy, ale jest poprawna. It works. Po prostu jest trochę za prosta, może dla młodszych widzów. Młodszych widzów, dokładnie, dla dzieci. Dla dzieci, nie no, dobra, nie będzie aż tak, ale no, nie jest grą dla dzieci, bo zabijanie się, w krew, flaki, ale no. To ja się będę żegnał. 4 godziny prawie wyszło. Przecież zwykle mi wychodzi takie ale dobra. To tyle i